is an ally?
An ally can be best defined by Emily Lamont. She defined an ally as someone who won't 100% understand what it feels like to be oppressed, but will take on the struggle as their own and not make the conversation about them.
Someone who does not hold a particular identity, but still want to fight for what is right.
An ally is a person with a privilege who makes a conscious choice to work against oppression.
My mom always told me to leave a place better than when I found it.
Someone who is there to do the right thing.
Even when it doesn't benefit me, or even especially when it doesn't benefit me.
Using your privilege to kind of stand up for groups of people who are affected by a specific restriction, specific law.
A good ally stands behind a marginalized group that they're fighting for. They don't try to take control. They don't.
My name is Renee.
My name is Melissa. I use they, them pronouns.
My name is Gaetan Zuo.
My name is Ulises Solis.
My name is Carmen Arredondo.
I am Soha.
I'm a Kenyan.
I identify as non-binary and femme.
I'm an international student from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Central Africa, in the middle.
And I am a first-generation college student.
I identify as Chicana.
I am a woman of color.
Living between two cultures, it's something that you never really understand until you experience it. Home is different from here, and even African culture is different from American culture. So how I'd say how I act with my African friends wouldn't be the same way I'd act with my American friends.
I think it's important for me to name that my experience with gender and as non-binary is very specific. People look at me and make assumptions and feel safer than they might with someone who looked a different way or presented their gender in a way that they weren't used to.
When I came in the US, one of the things that I did was to actually get to know what it means to be part of that community and how I can support as a cis and straight person.
Achieving an education has not been easy, and my family has had to make many sacrifices.
Whenever I felt like something that I said was being disregarded or not given attention to, there's a lot of times where I felt like the other, or felt like me and my friends were ostracized or not acknowledged.
Go through what I've been through.
Imposter syndrome.
I feel like as a woman of color, I was always pushed to the side.
Most of the time, I would be the only black student in my class, if not the only black student, the only black girl in my class. So yeah, it's a bit daunting to be the only one in a room full of 200 or more students.
Part of who I am and how far I've come as a man, as a student, as an immigrant.
I love being femme and engaging in the world or with the world in a way that isn't only masculine or feminine. I'm also frightened when I assert myself and my unusual pronouns or my needs that go against a norm that people are used to and comfortable with.
This is an identity that I'm very, very, very proud of, and I feel very empowered.
I love being Kenyan. I love the culture. I love the food. I love the people, the clothing. I love everything about being Kenyan. I love the color of my skin. I love the ways of life and traditions that make me different. I love having African night and showing off our dances, cooking for my friends, bajia, mandazi, chapati, everything that I love from home.
I now feel very proud of my culture and identifying as a Chicana. It's the very first thing that I tell people when I meet them. It's something that I'm very proud to share with others.
Who can be an ally?
That's a great question.
Everyone.
Anybody can be an ally. It doesn't matter what identity you have. It doesn't matter how much privilege you hold.
Anyone can be an ally.
No one holds all the marginalized identities, so we all have the opportunity, I think, to be an ally or an accomplice to another person or community.
So a big part of being an ally is acknowledging your biases and acknowledging the impact of your words and your actions. Continue educating yourself.
Matter of knowing your privilege. I personally know my privilege as a straight man.
Allyship is not conditional. It comes with true care for other people.
Supporting a marginalized group that you are not part of.
I definitely feel responsible for being an ally.
I strongly believe that I should use whatever resources I have access to try to support or witness or advocate in support of their own liberation.
Have tough conversations with your friends and family.
Being an ally takes actual lifelong commitment to social justice values.
It's honestly the best thing.
Go on Google, research how to be an ally to people of color, how to be an ally to immigrants, how to be an ally to Muslims, using your privilege.
It takes a lot of work and vulnerability, but it means a lot to a lot of people. It means a lot to other students who sometimes don't feel seen on this campus.
I truly believe we're all connected, and that my liberation from systems and oppression is tied to others' liberation from the same systems, different systems of oppression.
I've had many allies in my life, thankfully.
They used their privilege to help uplift me in a specific classroom where I was struggling, feeling comfortable in voicing my concerns and opinions. So shout out to them, they're great.
Being an ally can be challenging.
Don't be afraid to get called out. It doesn't make you a bad person if you don't get it right the first time.
It has been a constant struggle within myself. Do you always do or say the right things?
You won't sometimes understand the lived experiences of others, but what you can do is educate yourself on those issues and utilize your privilege to uplift others who...
There are so many resources on campus to help us be allies, such as cultural resource centers.
I can't think of any that are explicitly like, come here to learn how to be an ally, but the programs and initiatives through diversity and cultural engagement, the Office of Institutional Diversity,
The Women's Center or the Women's Building, finding, activism pages on social media that maybe are like run by women of color or that are based on women of color.
I definitely encourage folks to attend and participate the social justice retreats. I attended Racial Aikido this year and it was such a beautiful experience.
I'm hopeful for a future where people don't make assumptions about each other based on how we look or act.
It's a really great experience for students who want to learn more about race and be able to identify other allies on campus and be amongst community with other members.
So let's find community and
Let's be allies together.
Let's be allies together.